So, since since we are discussing about the transport import process here, right? So, in the entire transport administration, so we have TMS configurations, TMS configuration, TMS configuration, then request creation, so request creation, and so TR import, request import. So this is purely basis team responsibility. And also this is also one-time activity. This is also basis team responsibility. So request creation is either functional and development teams. So they will do their work day to day, and they will record their changes into the one request, one transport request. So they will ask basis team to, they will release it. They will ask basis team to import into the other systems. Other system means suppose we have the development, the quality, so production systems, example. So here in the development means all the development activities will run in the development systems here. So in the production, so all the business users will log in, will use their functionality. Whatever the functionalities they will develop in the development, so it will go to the quality. So in the quality, they will do the testing. Thoroughly, they will do the testing. Why? Because without testing, if they move the changes to the production, if the change got failed, it will create the some issues with the other code also will be corrupted. Means other functionalities also will stop working. So to avoid this type of things, so we have quality assurance system is there here. So that here people will do the all the testing, all kind of testing they will perform it here. Once it is success, then only they will go to the production. Then how they will move to the changes? So what type of, how we will carry the things via carry bag, right? So here also the objects, the things we will move via transport request. One TR we will create in the development. One transport request we will create it here. So we will save the our changes into the in the transport request. So the request, it will generate the one request number in the development. We will move the changes to the develop here to here, right? From here to here, we will move it here, right? So, but regarding the configuration side, the OS level, all the systems will share the one common trans directory, one common trans directory. So this is the common trans directory. All the systems will share the one common trans directory, bin, buffer, so co-files, so data files, so EPS, so SAP names, right? SAP names, log, so temp. So log, temp. These are the folders, subfolders are available under the trans directory. Each folder specific to the one functionality. Suppose if I talk about the bin folder, all the configuration, all the TMS configuration related data will be stored into the here. Buffer means imported transport request, which means you create the TR, when you release it, it will go and add to the quality system. It will go and add to the quality system. How the system knows, how the TR knows, I should go to the quality only. I should not skip bypass and should go to the production. Why? Because during the configuration time, you are choosing the configuration, roots, layers, all those things you are choosing the configuration. So when you are doing this config, when you are releasing the transport request, it will go to the quality system. Then quality to production, it will go here. Then, but it will not directly go to the production system from development system. In between, we have the quality is there. So if you configure the quality, it will go to the quality system here, right? So this is the way. So here, once the request is released, the imported transport request, imported TRs will be stored. TRs related information will be so stored in buffer. stored in buffer. But co-files means whenever the request is released, then the request will split into the two files. The request is split into the two files. One is the co-files and the second one is the request is split into the two files, co-files and data files. Co-files will start with the K9. Co-files will start with the K9. Data file starts with the R9. So EPS is support pack implementation purpose. We will use this EPS. So this EPS folder, right? Next one is called the SAP names. SAP names. SAP names means suppose you see here USR SAP trans directory. It's a very important and sensitive directory. Bin buffer, co-files, data files, EPS, and log folder. Logs means we have the if any issues with the TR import. So to transport import any issues. So here we can check the logs here. We can check the log files here. This is a very informative log file here, slog. So it will give the more information why the TR so is not getting imported. So see here some errors here previous days. So there is a RDD IMPDP job, background jobs cannot be started. So background jobs cannot be started. Background job cannot be started. There is some issues. After that, what I did is I fixed that issue. Then transports are importing, right? So like that, we may get the errors. All the errors, we may get it out here, right? So this is the trans log directory here. Then SAP names means all the developers who will create the transport request, their names will be displayed here. So SAP names, the developer names will be displayed here. So yesterday I created my name. So then later, so then Ambika created. So her name is displayed here. So then Sagar. So like that, the people are creating, their names will be displayed in the SAP names, right? SAP names will be stored here. SAP names will be stored here. Then temporary files. Temp will be the temporary files will be stored, right? So these are the folders. Normally, this is not the folder. Someone placed here. Right? These are the files. So it's not required. So these are the overview of the trans directory here. In case if any issues with the trans directory, maybe trans directory got 100% full or trans directory got unmounted. If any issues, then there is no permissions. Then your TR will not be released. Why? Because if you want to release the TR, there should be a free space at co-files and data files. If there is no free space, then TR will not be released. TR will not release means you cannot import the transport request, right? So that is the thing will happen in the trans directory. So if any issues, the users are unable to release the transport request, then there must be issues with the trans directory. We need to check it out here whether trans directory is okay or not, right? So this is the way we need to check the troubleshoot the issues here. So sometimes so then it will release to the here. Then when you are then it will go and when then it we can import to the quality and production system, right? Import procedure everybody aware of here, right? STMS is the transaction code. You can go to the STMS, then go to the import overview. Go to the import overview. Suppose so I'm in the STMS transaction code. Go to the import overview, then which system, select the system, which system you want to import, select the system, then select the system here, then select the transport request, which transport request you want to import. So select the transport request here. So then once we select the transport request, click on the import request, or here you have the go to or request import button. Here also we can import it. Otherwise, you have the truck symbol is there here. We can import it here. We can import this from here also. So while importing, how can we know whether that request is successfully imported or not? So there are the transport return codes. Return codes. So like 0, 4, 8, 12. They are the 4 types of transport return codes here. 0 and 4, we can ignore it. It's successfully imported. 8 means we need to inform to the transport one or more objects, syntax error or something while adding the objects into the TR. he missed the some steps or something like that is the error. So RC12 means it's a system error, severe error, system issue. System issue means again basis team to have to look the error here. System issue means most of the issues here, most of the issues, most of the issues. So either any one of the below 3-4 items, like right, one is the user. Normally when you are creating the transport request, there is a TMS ADM user. He is the driver, right? So the user will be created. Then 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 two RFC destinations will be generated. RFC destinations, TMS star RFC destinations in SM59, it will be created. When you are doing the configuration, if you go and see, so if you go and see the connections, you see the RFC destinations, RFC TMS ADM, TMS SUP, RFC destinations will be created here. RFC destinations will be created here. RFC destinations will be created here, right? TMS ADM user is baited. It will be generated automatically when you are working here, right? So this is the road. In our language, this is the road. RFC destination means so connectivity between the systems means road between two cities. How will be the connectivity, the road connectivity? So it is called the road. So national highway, something like that, road connectivity. So right. So then while doing this one, there is a job, right? So there is a job here. Job means there is a job. So that is RDD, RDD, IMP, DP, RDD, IMP, IMP, DP is the job, which means it is a vehicle. So vehicle, okay, vehicle RDD, IMP, DP job should be running. So then, so to run this job, you need one BTC work process. So BTC work process will be required here, which means here. So BTC work process is called the fuel. Okay, fuel. So these things are the our understanding purpose. I named it here. Our understanding purpose, I named it here. Okay, so don't get confused here. Just for better understanding purpose to fix the issue. So I just named it here. Driver, road, vehicle, fuel, something like that here. So to run the vehicle, definitely the fuel is required, right? So where this fuel will run on the transport road. Who will drive it? Driver, right? So this concept, you are aware of. Normally we will go for vehicles and so all those things. Okay. So vehicle truck is starting from here. The truck is starting from development here. The truck is starting here. Who is driving the truck? Driver, TMS ADM user. Then how is driving to the quality system on the road? So here RFC destination should be up and running. So then, so how is driving? Truck means vehicle, means he is the RDD IMP DP job. RDD IMP DP job is the truck here. Who is driving? Driver is driving here on the road. Then, but everything is okay. If you don't have fuel, how can you move the how can your truck will move to your quality system, right? It won't move to the your quality system here, right? So it may be failed status also. It may be failed. So if the TR is not getting imported, if TR your transport request, common issues, your transport request is not getting imported, either any one of these four is not working correctly. So we need to check whether RFC destinations are working or not working fine. Then what about the user? TMS ADM user is locked or not? We can check it out. What about the job here? Go to SM37. You can see RDD IMP DP job. Whether RDD IMP DP job is running or not? Yes, RDD IMP DP job is running here. So then what could be the whether we have the free background work processor available or not? So let's check here. Yes, it is available here. Then there is no issues. Definitely the TR will move to target system, target destination. It will move to the your target system here. Here no issues. So everything was working as expected here. Everything is working as expected. So if anything is not working, so definitely your TR will not be moved here. Sir, where can I check whether my job is not working? SM37, user SE01, RFC destination SM59, work process SM50, we can check it out, right? The work process, we can check in the SM50, all those things we can check it out, right? If this any one of is not working, then definitely your TR, transport request, will not be moved to the respective system. So then immediately you will get the error message like RC12. RC means return code RC12. So our return code here RC12, we may get it out here, right? So that is the RC12 here. So in case suppose the job is not running, what we have to do here, right? So job is not running, there is a procedure to schedule that job here. If the job is not running, we have to go to the SA38, then run the report. This is a very frequently asked question. RDD, so new PP report, we have to execute in the back end. We have to execute it. Then when you execute the new PP, RDD IMPDP job will be scheduled. You have to go to the program execution where we have to perform SA38 RDD. So new PP, RDD new PP, this job we have to execute it in the high priority so that the job is created. So that now RDD IMPDP job is created. So now the transport request will run. So we have to execute this from the 000 client. Remember that word, 000 client. In case of background job is not working, then you need to run this report from 000 client, right? This you have to execute it. If the destinations are not working, we have to go to the SM59. We need to check the connectivity. If the target is not available or what is happening, we can check it out. User means SE01. So BTC work process, how to check whether BTC work process already occupied means we have to go to the SM50 and check the how many are free. If none of are free, then what we have to do? Then we have to check the SM37. So background means background jobs are running. Check the what are the how many jobs are active since very long time here. Since very long time, how many jobs are active here? Nothing is active here. So nothing is active. The jobs are nothing is active in the system here, right? So those things we can check it out from here. Those things we can check it in the system here. So no jobs are active here. No jobs are active here. So everything is so all are canceled. So they are the many jobs every 2 minutes. Many jobs are cancelling and running. No HANA system. It's cancelling. Okay. So this is the way we need to troubleshoot the issues here. So the error logs we can find out in the OS level trans directory log folder, or we can go to the TP system log. We can go to the TP system log here. So that here, so you can see the logs, how it is. These all are the starting importing means the user is getting imported. Sometimes you may get the error messages like the background job is not running, the job is not running, something like that. That time we need to schedule the report here. Most frequently we face this type of issues here. Okay, remember that word. And also in case sometimes we may get the external request. These are the our internal request, our internal SAP system request here. Sometimes we may get the external request. External means outside of the landscape or outside of the company request, we may get it out to import into the our landscape systems. That time they will provide you the co-file and data files to you. So they will generate the co-files and generate data files to you. Then you need to place into the your co-files and data files folder. Go to the systems, extras, other request. You can add that request into the buffer. First of all, the request should be added to the buffer, right? Then you need to add the request into the buffer. Which request you are going to add it? So that request you have to add into the buffer here. That request you have to add into the buffer. So then once you added here, once you added here, So it will be added here. If there is no co-files and data files, here you may get this type of error message. This request, there is no co-files and data files. Like that, you may get the error message. So to add the external request, you need to place the co-files here and data file here in this location. You have to place it. Then you have to go to the SAP level, go to the extras, then you add the other request into the here. Internal request will be come to the here automatically, right? When you release the request automatically from ECD to ECP, the request will be available in the buffer. The request will be available in the buffer. In case of the request is not available, why? Because that is the external request. That is the external request that is not available. That is the external request that is not available here. In case what we have to do, suppose 116, this is the external request, right? This is the external request. Let me delete 116 from the buffer. We can delete the request also. Let me delete here. Okay, I deleted. Then now how can you import the 116 here? No, right? Then in this case we have to go to the extras, other request, add, then give the 116 here, then click on the OK button, then the request will be added to the buffer. So this is the way we have to add it to the here. In case how 116 is added means here 116 related co-file and data file is exist. Suppose what I will do, I will move this 116 to the download directory. Okay. So now again, what I will do, I am deleting. Again, I am trying to add here. You are not placed, right? Just I am trying to add it here. So you got the error message, right? What is the error message? 247 error code. What it means? So either co-file or data file is having some problem. Either co-file or data file having some problem here. So it may not be available. So please place the co-files and data files. Please place the co-files and data files. Then add it to the here. Add it to the here. Right? So that is what it's saying here. That is what it's saying from here. Right? So that's why. So co-files and data files must and should when you are. Then how co-files and data files will be released will be there in the trans directory when you release the transport request. Or so if you don't release the transport request, how can we import? We cannot import, right? So first of all, request creation as we mentioned, then TR creation, then TR release, then TR import. This is the sequence we have to follow, right? In between, you created the TR, you are not going to release it. Just you are asked to basis team to import it. They cannot import. First, you have to release it. So that is the concept of the transport administration here, right? So that is the way we can use this groups. You can use the, so in the transport request here, we can use the transport request here, right?
If we do not have OS level access, how can we add in the co-files?
You need to request your operating system team, OS team, who are having the access here. Who are having the access, you have to request them.
If it is an external request, right?
Yes. Okay. So here, so actually, if you have so one client here, you have one client here, here you have one client. So that is file. Here you have the one client, here you have the one client, here you have the only one client file. But in my quality system, I have 5 clients are there. 5 clients are there. But when you are request releasing, it will go and add it to the only one client here. But here you have the 5 clients are there. Then how can we add the request, automatically add the request to the 5 clients here? How can we add the request into the other clients also? More than one client, how can we add? So here we need to, in this case, we need to create a transport group. We have to create it here. So if you have more than one client, which means, so sometimes the people, what they will do in the development, they will maintain the 2 clients, right? So quality also, they will maintain the two or three clients. One client is for dedicatedly one testing, unit testing, black box testing. There are the testing methods are there. So to test this functionality, each client, every client, they will go for the testings, right? So that is the reason production only one. Production should be only one client. But in the non-production systems, either development or quality, we can maintain the more than one clients for our business purpose, right? Unit testing, regression testing, UAT testing purpose, two, three clients. In that case, when you create the request, when you release it, it will go and add it to the only one client here. What about the other clients here? It will not be added to the other clients. So in this case, we have to create the transport group. Transport group. Transport group is basically where all the systems can access the common trans directory. So it's something like when you want to move the transport request from development to quality, 5 clients or 6 clients or 2 clients are, then the transport group be helpful to add the request into the all the systems here. So that's why transport group we have to create it here. So without creating the group also, we can do that one. If you have the more than clients that time, so we have to create the transport group. In this case, you need to log into the, you are to create the transport group here. You need to log into the system here, right? So then, so use the any one of the means domain controller system. You have to log in here. Basically, you have to use the domain controller system. Go to the STMS. Go to the STMS. Then routes, right? Transport routes here. So here routes you see ECD, ECQ. You want to ECQ, it is going to the only one client here. ECQ, it is going to the only one client here. There is no group or nothing you set here. Nothing you set here. In this case, what you have to do, go to the edit mode, pencil symbol, then go to the here, there is a option. Yeah, transport group here. Just click on the transport group here. You will see the transport group here. The group we have to create it here. Suppose slash is mandatory here. Slash is mandatory here. Z, Z, so project landscape. So this is a project landscape slash. So like this, we have to give it here. Then what is the system? What is the target system? So target system details we have to give it here. So target system details we have to give it here. So the target system details. So description. Right. So the system details we have to give here. The system details we have to give here. Suppose like you want to suppose ECD. So then ECD, what is the client? ECD client. So then ECD also we have the number of clients are there, right? In ECD also you have the number of clients are there. So 100 client is there in ECD. So in the development also you have the n number of clients are there here. Suppose like example. So one more client, 102 clients. So then just click on the create button here. So group you created here. So that, so just we can drag the group here, right? Then we can create the something wrong this one. ECD, ECP. Okay. So distribution was activated here. Now let's try to create the group. Group we can create it, right? So otherwise we can use the existing group also. You can use it here. So right. So here, so normally Okay. So here ECP I added here. All right. So then just drag and drop to the here. Just drag and drop to the here. It will come here. So what I am doing here, I am removing this layers here. I am removing this layers here. This layers I am removing. Why? Because I want to come everything from group here. I want to come everything from the group here. So just click on add here. There is a add the root here. Just drag and drop here. It will ask the what is the transport layer here. So transport layer. So it's a Z underscore ECD. So then delivery route here. What is the delivery route here? So from which clients? So 101 client delivery. So consolidation route. Consolidation route means what is the transport layer here? So ZSAD. Right, click on the create symbol. So change button, save it. Right. So this is in case of you want to move the transport request to the multiple clients. So you have introduced the group you have introduced it here you have introduced the group here. So that when you release the transport request, it will go to the here this group. Then in this group, what are the systems are defined in this group? Suppose example, in this group you have the ECP, right? ECP, the client assignment. ECP, what is the client you have? One is the 100 client. Then again ECP, what is the one more client? In ECP, you have the 0, what is that? 0, 066, I guess. No, there is a one more client is available here. Okay, now it is added. Distribute and activate. It's not the 066. Let me check in the ECP. $600. Okay, 600. I added the 600 here. So which means why we have created the group, this all the systems in the group will share the common trans directory. And also most important thing is if you have more clients are there. You want to move the transport request to the more clients, means more than one client at a time. So then in this case, when you release the transport request, will go to the 100 client, it will go to the 600 client. Two clients will get the same transport request will be added here. So in this case, we need to create the group. One group we have to create it here. That is the main purpose here. If you don't have more clients, then you don't need to create the group. You can use the standard configuration. If you have the more clients are there in the one system, that time you want to move the transport request to the all the clients, then we can go with the group creation, transport group creation. So now let me show you here what I will do here. I will create the one request. I will create the one request here. Then you can see how it will be added to the your target system. How it will be added to the target system here. Just I'm going to the SE04, click on the request. Okay. So then here one. So dummy request I'm creating here. So here instead of the directly client, instead of the directly you have the system here, the group is came automatically, the group came here, the target group came here, right? So then just release the transport request 126 here, right? 126 I'm giving it released here. So I have released the 126 here. Then you can see here, go to the STMS in the transaction code, then go to the ECP, then refresh, the request will be added to the here. The request will be added to the here. Checking the components, right? So you can see your request is added to the two clients here. Request is added to the two clients here. 126 is added to the 100 client. 126 added to the 600 client. Why? Because each client, the data is separate. Each client, the data is separate, right? Each client is client specific objects are there. For testing purpose, we have the two clients, right? So that is the reason request is added to the two clients here. So then we can import the transport request. We can import the transport request here. So that is the purpose we created the groups here. We created the groups here. Groups will share the common trans directory, and as well as multiple clients we can add the same transport request at a time. That's why we will use this trans directory. So tomorrow there is a requirement to create the one more route, one more road, one more line. Then you can just go to change button here. Then you have the add route tab is there. Just click on this button. You can add. Once the request is moved to the here, then again it will go to the ECD, something like that. You can create it. You can create it here. You can create it here. So like that also, you can add one more transport request. Like that, we can create it. Multiple things we can create it. So it should be something like, so multiple requests we can add to the here. Multiple requests we can, multiple lanes, routes we can create in the systems here. Multiple requests in this we can create in the systems here. So that is what we have the add route naming convention is there here. So what is the layer here? What is the layer? So let me create the here. So delivery source, delivery client. Here the source 100 client, right? So in the target side, one more client that is called the 111 for practice purpose, right? I created, right? So which means reverse order I created again. So how you want to play with the transport routes? So you can play in the systems here. You can see, so request will be created, will be moved to these two clients. Once the request is go to the here, then again it will go to the delivery route via delivery route to the so again ECD it will go to the ECD via delivery route to the here, it will go here, right? See here again your reverse order. Request will go to the here, again it will come back to the here. Request will go to the here, again a loop. It will be loop, right? So like this, it will go to the respective systems here. But it's not the sustainable approach. Just want to tell you, so we can play with the transport routes. We can play. So we can play with the transport routes also. So that is what we can say here. How we want to adjust the routes, just we can play that one. Okay, this is the transport group. To add to the multiple things, we can add the request here. We can create the lanes here. Like this, we can create it. Okay, so this is the transport landscape. This is the transport landscape here. Okay, so issues we know. RC12, what could be the issues? How to import, we know. How to create also we discussed, right? So then this is about the any changes. So normally keep in mind, if something is not working in the production, means directly cannot do any changes here. First you have to do the changes here, then you have to develop here, you have to test it here, then you have to move to the production. That is the main thing here. You should remember. Okay, you should remember all those things here. Okay, so this is the entire transport administration part. Okay, so tomorrow we'll discuss about the some note implementation, license, some other transaction codes, queues, all those things we have in pipeline to discuss. Okay, so those things we will discuss. Okay, so practice the transport administration fully today. So then tomorrow we'll concentrate on the other topics.
Sir, you have told that we have to create a transport group now. There is showing multiple groups. How can we know that particular group we have to select it?
No, you have to create it. Those are already created group. You need to you have to create it. If you want to create the new group, those are already created. That's why it's showing like it's already, that's why it's showing group is already showing here. But if no group initially starting time, you won't get any group here. So that time just you can go to the here, you can go to the here, just click on the create button. Just click on the create button, you can create the group.
Like we can name it anything. Like
Yeah, you can name it.
slash.
Yeah. Just for understandable naming convention, you can name it anything.
We have to mention first of all slash h z now.
Yeah, that is the common thing for a group.
Okay.
Then what are the target clients you want to move? You need to just add those systems also. You have to add it to the here.
Got
Okay.